goes left for the next 30 years. And we have 4 more years to bankrupt our country thanks to the asinine policies of the left with regard to global warming. And we stop fracking and kill the economy and have a national wage increase, minimum wage increase, and so much more, then I do not know how we can turn back. But you feel we do have 4 years, and that's fine. That's where we differ.
Am I allowed to say something else?
Now, it is all yours.
Thank you. You started out using the word survival. What you're describing are policy differences, which one may disagree with strongly, but they're not survival issues. What the survival issue is whether or not you have someone, a person in the White House of insufficient temperament and experience, that there is an existential threat to the United States. And a great number of the senior foreign policy establishments under successive Republican administrations holding their noses have said they're not going to support Trump because they do not believe he is qualified by experience or temperament to be commander-in-chief. And that's why I called. When you say survival means survival. It doesn't mean disagreeing with the Supreme Court. That's not survival. Those are disagreements. And then the pendulum changes again. As always.
All right, so you don't understand. Okay, so now I'll talk. So I gave you I understand everything you're saying. When I say survival, everyone but you, I think, listening to me, understands I don't mean physical survival. There will always be a country named the United States of America between Canada and Mexico. Everyone that I know of understands that when I say that, I mean survive as the America that it was intended to be. A country of liberty, a country of the American Trinity, e pluribus unum, in God we trust, liberty, etc., etc. That's what I mean. It will survive as a country. I have no doubt about that. Is that now clear? I think the left. Do you think the left is ruining America? Well, I just want to know. Do you think the left is ruining America?
I think that both parties have flawed policy that I can describe the flawed policies of the Democratic Party and the flawed policies of the Republican Party. And the polarization.
Right, so you know what? Hold on, wait a minute. Alan, I feel silly. You know my motto, I love clarity over agreement. So I now understand the issue. I respect your position now completely. You don't feel that the left is the existential threat that I do. Therefore, you're okay with a Democratic victory, and that's. You make perfect sense, and I make perfect sense. It's like I always say, the people who didn't go out to sea in the year, 200, because they thought they would fall off the earth, they were not irrational. They believed the earth was flat and they would fall off, so they didn't go out to sea. It all depends on your premise. Alan of Chicago and I do not have the same premise. He does not think the left is ruining America, and I do. If I had his premise, then I might be a never Trump man too. Big deal. 4 more years of the left and both parties are equally flawed? Then obviously he's never Trump. I made a mistake in not clarifying this in the beginning. I thought we shared suppositions and then differed on what to do. Okay, there you go. This is very important, the clarity, and I thank you for calling. There's no reason to continue because you make perfect sense and I make perfect sense. It all depends on which premise one accepts. I believe the left is destroying the United States of America as I have known it and as it was intended to be, and Alan doesn't. He thinks both parties are flawed. Okay, 1-8-PRAGER-776. And that's been the failure. There has been a failure, one I've noted on many occasions, of the Republicans, of Republican candidates. They never talk about what the left is doing. Even last night, Hillary Clinton. But it doesn't matter. Hillary Clinton is a deeply flawed individual, but that is not that's not the key point. Joe Biden is not a deeply flawed individual. He would be just as damaging to the United States as Hillary Clinton. See, that's people. I guess people don't think idea-wise; they think personality-wise. Joe Biden is not a threat to this country. Elizabeth Warren is not. Nancy Pelosi is not. Harry Reid is not. I don't know. I don't know what has happened. I don't know. I don't know. Why people